Hello, this is Joanna from My Planet, My Life, delivering to you episode 3 of Composting Adventures from the balcony. Increasingly exciting and intriguing place to be. I've actually been sitting here in this exact spot for probably something like 10 minutes, waiting for perfect conditions, because I don't know what happened, but this usually very quiet area has seen, I have actually lost count, I don't know how many cars passing by, people speaking in loud voices, a truck collecting bottles and cans, children screaming, and and an announcement of the city to keep staying home because of the virus. But here I am. You might still hear some background. That's rain. That's right. A little bit cool today, but I have some exciting stuff for you today. I feel like part of Discovery Channel or something like that. You can kind of see the thing here. This is what I'm going to talk about. So let's switch the perspective and let's go. Last time you saw this spot, it was a little bit dark, so now you have a better view of what's going on here. And the theme for the day are these guys. I got super excited when I was digging another hole for food for my wormies, and I confirmed finally that these guys here, yes, these big guys, yes, pumpkins. There we go. And here we have all stages of development. I was happy like a small kid when I uncovered these. So I decided to move these three guys, which you saw in the last video, because they're smaller, so I figure it's gonna be easier to pull them out. I think I damaged some parts of their seeds, and yeah, I just hope it's going to be all right. Look how long they are. That's maybe a little bit less than 10 centimeters, so that's how deep I buried the seeds, pumpkin seeds, with all the, I don't know if there's a name of it for it, but you know, the inside of the pumpkin. I just scoop out the whole thing with seeds and just drop it like that in the soil. So that's what they grew from. Now here we have the seed. Interestingly, it's empty. That was very surprising for me, because it looks like the seed, the real seed, the inside, this seems to me like a protective shell. They leave, or they break the protective shell so much that it's just quote-unquote discarded. So I found this one, so this one still has the seed inside, and this is what actually grows. So that's our empty shell remains. So that would be our stage 1, I guess. Stage 2, look what I found. That's the guy that came out from here. Way! Home, no needed anymore. Moved out. Okay, so it's growing, obviously. Looks really cool. I'm gonna move it to a different planter. Now, next stage, when I was digging these guys out, I came across this one. Here it is. So now let's have a look at these in comparison. So earlier stage, later stage, it's incredible how thicker the stem, if that's how you call it, no idea, how thicker it gets. And then we already have leaves developed, and this is just shooting up until it reaches the surface. Next, of course, we have the leaves. These guys come out first, interestingly, most plants have very similar leaves when they sprout, germinate. I don't know. Actually, is that the same word? I shall check. Anyways, so these are always the same or very, very similar as far as I have seen in my balcony gardening adventures, even prior starting this series. And so the leaf number 3 becomes the real one, the one that's characteristic for the plant. So these guys, these 3, actually 4 and 5, all of these will go to another huge planter I have that as of now doesn't have any worms. So let's move a little bit here because there's another awesome thing I want to show you. Super unexpected. I mean, this was super unexpected in itself. Now look at that. First of all, say hello to potatoes! You growing nicely. I wonder if I'm gonna get any potatoes. Curious, curious. Here's another pumpkin. Hello. I'm a little bit small, but getting there. I think I'm gonna take this guy out too. Now, this is, look at this one. Growing really fast and huge. This one came out the same time, but I assume it's smaller because it didn't have as much light, because it kind of picked this spot in the corner. A little bit unfortunate choice. Now, look what's going on here. This is like an entire forest. My guess is that this is bell pepper. The only thing I could see when I started digging here, because initial plan was to take this guy out because it's growing really huge and taking light from these. So the only thing I saw when I started was 1, 2, 3, and 4. Only these 4 were sticking out. But once I started gently removing the soil, I saw this! It's an entire jungle! So I'm going to slowly and carefully work my way around these. There's some seed left over. Who knows what this is? Pumpkin, maybe? Yeah, looks like pumpkin. Anyways, so I'm going to uncover all this and try to transfer these guys to the other planter, or at least to another side of this planter. And this guy will stay here for a while. So that's how the wormy's house looks like now. It's really exciting. I actually didn't expect at all stuff to grow like that. It's wild, it's insane. I'm loving it. It just keeps increasing my admiration, and I'm lacking words here. It's just incredible to see what nature does. And as I said before, I never put these scraps here with the intention of growing anything, so this is just all bonus. And how exciting one, man! Awesome! There you have it. That's all for part 3 of composting at the balcony. That's all I have for you today. I hope you come back for more and join me celebrating wonders of nature, food scraps, and earthworms. That's all, and see you again.